we are starting the if condition. In programming, I would say programming generally, if is if is a condition, is a conditional function, a conditional function. So if depends on one condition or the other. You can say, okay, if the organizer is a male, then say success. If she's a female, then say pass, something like that. If Bola exceeds 70 marks, say pass. If Bola exceeds, if otherwise, say fail. That is, if Bola exceeds the 59 mark, then exceeds the 65 pass mark or 70 pass mark, then say pass. But if it's below that, say fail. So something like that. So that's what we just do. Want to know if any of this, want to know the amount of people that pass and failed here. What do you want to test? If this guy, which is Bola, is greater than okay, the highest number here is 70. So let's just say the pass mark is 40. 40. Let's just say 45. It's greater than 45. Comma. You know that we're already on the next value. So if you don't put the next value, you know this, I said earlier that anywhere you have the arguments that are in brackets, square bracket, that means they are optional. They are not compulsory for the functions to work. This will give us either true or false. So if I press enter, what is it saying? Yes, if 75 is greater than, if 75 is greater than 45, that should be true. Yes. Why are you not running? This one. I don't know why it's not running. So let's continue. Say pass. Pass. You know we are talking about strings, so it should be in quotations. If you didn't put it in quotations, you have issues. So you can just drag this down. So our pass mark is 45. So anyone that does not succeed the 45, anyone that does not succeed the 40, that does not get over 45 mark will not pass the course. So the result is this guy scores 59 and he passes. This guy scores 61 and he passes. This guy scores 25 and he fails because it is less than 45, and just like that. So these are value if it is true. These are value if it is false. So if the person passes, which is true, it is pass. If it is false, it is fail. So that's that. Let's come to and for result this function in schools, like in medical schools or law schools. There's a condition that you must pass all the courses. Like if you are doing 5 courses or 5 segments or any of the projects, you must pass all 5 before you can graduate. I mean, I think it is that if you don't pass all 5, then you have failed the whole course, something like that. So let's say someone takes 2 exams, and the 2 exams is a must pass the exams. That is, you must pass the 2 exams to succeed. So that is, you want to say that this is if and you want to combine 2 functions together. What does the and function works for? Let's just test the and function. So you can just say this is greater than this. We have, okay, the highest mark for here is 93, so we can say 70 is the pass mark, and the highest mark here is 81. So you can just say 70 as our pass mark. If this is greater than 70, comma, and this, you know, we are talking about and. You should understand that and all function are quite different. And for and condition, both conditions must be true before you get a true value. But for all, just one of the conditions need to be true before you get a true value. So h5 is greater than 70, close bracket. This is true. So if you drag it down, you have some false. This is false because um, G6, which is here, is greater than 70, but G7 is not greater than 70, so it is false. So for AND condition to be true, all conditions must be true. We don't want true and false to be shown. We want it to be pass or fail. So now let's edit this formula and say if this is true, then what do you want? Pass, comma, fail. You would notice that after every commas, our conditions here are changing. It's being bolded to tell you what you are actually typing. So you have to close brackets. So you have pass. Okay, I need to close two. Okay, I closed too many brackets. Yes, just correct it for me. So I was supposed to close one bracket. So you can just drag through and you can see what is going on. Because this person he passed first exam and passed second exam, then he passed. He passed first exam greater than 70, but he didn't pass second exam, then he failed. He passed first exam and passed second exam greater than 70, both, and he passed. So if you change it to, this is fail. If you change it to 71, it turns to pass. Are you with me? So let's get on back to 65. Now let's look at the all function. All will tell you, and for and, all conditions must be true. But for all, just one condition is enough to give you true. Out of, if you give it 5 conditions, if one of the conditions is true, then it will print true. But for and, both conditions or all the conditions must be true for it to print true. But for all, at least one condition must be true. So that's just it. So for all now, for all you can have if, or, what am I doing? Or this is greater than 70, comma, this also is greater than 70. Close bracket. Then what do I want to do? If value is true, what should we do? Means pass. And if value is false, what do we do? Means fail. And you close brackets, and that's it. So I think you should all get that. Then you can double click on this instead of dragging it. You can just double click anyone that works for you.